Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. And the Rebels will kick it away to start us off. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He gets a block. Got a little room. They were lucky to get him out of bounds. What a return as he almost took it for the touchdown. So Georgia's return team has done them a favor and put them in great field position for this opening drive. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense has its first opportunity of the day. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these two star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these two dudes out on the field. They're two of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They'd be like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Still running at the 40. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
This guy just gives you nightmares. He's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
The Rebels headed quickly to the line. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Feeling some heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. Fires one high and deep. Snags it. Slippery slide. Find his end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Hits him with a stiff arm. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollack played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy, but no, when you look at these...
And this defense is maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there. They're pinning their ears back.
Brings it in down the left side. Off he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And once he got loose, it was all over.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect...
Running toward the tape. The 40. At the 20. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Georgia 21, Ole Miss 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Atchison. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. On first down, here comes this offense. He leaves it with his back. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Got his man in the middle. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Leaves it with the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Rebels line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, Throw that thing out there.
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has. So nice job defending it.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Excellent situational awareness to make the grab and get just enough of that first down.
And how about the play call? They didn't want to hold on to the football. They wanted to get that thing out of their hand, trust the receiver to make the catch, and then what does he do? Gets the first down, gets out of bounds. New set of downs for this offense.
Runs through the tackle.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Here's the handoff. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Georgia, 28.
He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think...
Oh, look out! A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Gives it to the back on the draw. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. Wants to return it. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Right down the middle. He's got him wide open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. He wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better.
Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
The score, Georgia 35, Ole Miss 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
The give to the tailback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
And the returner will be dragged down. First down here for the offense. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Trucks through the defender. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Now on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Give to the running back. Just ran over it. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Georgia going up tempo. Right back to the well. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Yeah, this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum.
What a snag by the defense.
Most defenses are lucky if you have 1 good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Going to try to get it himself. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on 1st down. And how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and just a really...
Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Number 20.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Ole Miss 7.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Quick completion on the out route. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Off play action on 1st down. He'll throw it. That's reeled in. It's Duarte. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Intercepted.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I beg to differ.
Out of the gun, they give to the back. He locked up and held on to bring him down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's going to run it. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. 1 more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Going up top on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Bulldogs will line up to kick off and start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? The give to the back. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. They're bringing heat. Makes a grab over the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands. Stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They just handed the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir. No, Moss. Get it together.
Makes the grab. It's Cornelius. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. And that's why this guy's in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Touchdown, Dogs! And the pummeling has started. On to attempt the try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score. Georgia, 56. Ole Miss.
Coming out with it, it's Atchison. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Spits it out to the back.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
They finally make the stop at the big run. Is ready to move those sticks for the first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Got it in the middle. It's Duarte. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Rebels are marching down the field. From the gun, running back on the move.
Running back carry. Gain of 7. Second down going up.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to him on the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Duarte. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Quick completion on the out. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And the Rebels looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Comes out throwing on 1st down. It's complete. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Goes to the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He's going to throw deep right side. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Georgia! And the beatdown has ensued.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score in the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He's going to pass. He's got him in the flat. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Final play of the quarter coming. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll leave it with him. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll ride the hot hand. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Tackle is made after the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver are just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this, they'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the score.
Now on second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended. That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in him. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too.
Got a lot of room to the right. The 30. At the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, his coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't...
Lofts one high and deep. He's got it inside the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense. And that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Georgia going up tempo. On second down, he's looking downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
If you're going to be a quarterback in the Heisman race, you've got to win games and you got to put up big numbers, and that's exactly what this guy has done all season long. Top 10 in the nation in passing yardage.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
The score, Georgia 84, Ole Miss 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
On third down, he drops to throw. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Uga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. He's looking for an open man on second down. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Georgia 91, Ole Miss 17.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. He'll come out throwing on first down. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout is called. The clock stops with 26 seconds left. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time today, this one from 34 yards out.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
First down for this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's taking a deep shot. Right on the money.